All right, so now that we're accustomed to the tools, let's go ahead and actually use them to prove something. In this lesson, we're going to talk about proving parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, and square. So what we have here is I've got the ways for you to do this. Now, this is kind of like a menu, so you're not going to do everything that you see on here. If you wanted to prove that something was a parallelogram, you're only going to do one of these. You're going to show that both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, and then you're going to use the distance formula for that. That's what your key is down here. So you can prove that both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel, one pair of opposite sides are congruent and parallel, or that the diagonals bisect each other. Now, you can choose from any of those four. What I will tell you is that diagonals bisect each other requires the least amount of work. And so you're going to see anytime I'm trying to prove parallelogram, I'm going to try and show that the diagonals bisect each other. But you can do it these other ways if you prefer. If you want to prove that something is a rectangle, you're going to prove it's a parallelogram first. Then you're either going to show that the diagonals are congruent or you're going to show that it has one right angle. To show that it has one right angle, you would show one pair of consecutive sides perpendicular. If you want to prove that something is a rhombus, you have to prove it's a parallelogram first. Then you're going to show one pair of consecutive sides are congruent, or the diagonals are perpendicular to each other, which is, again, slopes. And finally, if you want to show that something is a square, you basically prove it's a parallelogram, then prove it's a rectangle, then prove it's a rhombus. And that basically proves that it's a rectangle. These proofs consist of three parts. Okay? The first part is the plan. The second part is the, I guess I'm going to say the work, which is basically the coordinate geometry work. And then the third part is the explanation or the write-up. Okay, so let me show you an example of what this looks like. Quadrilateral team has coordinates, and then they give you all the coordinates. Prove that it's a rhombus but not a square. First things first, let's plot all the coordinates. Now, you don't need me to show you how to do that, so I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to plot this out, and then we'll come back together to do the proof part. All right, so I went ahead and plotted this. All right, now let's first make our plan. In order to prove that something is a rhombus, first we have to prove that it's a parallelogram. And like I told you, I'm going to show that the diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other, that's going to prove parallelogram. Then for rhombus, I find the easiest way. You can either do two consecutive sides and show that they are congruent, or consecutive, remember, it means in a row, or you can show that the diagonals are perpendicular, which involves two slopes. I find that to be the easiest, so I'm going to do diagonals perpendicular to each other. That's going to give me a rhombus. Now, to prove that this is not a square, I'm going to show that the diagonals are not congruent to each other. So diagonals not congruent is going to give us not a square. So that's my plan. That's basically the first part. The second part of this is to do the actual work, and you actually do the second and the third part together for each phase of this. So I'm going to do the work and the write-up for step 1 of my plan. Then I'm going to do the work and the write-up for step 2 of my plan. Then I'm going to do the work and the write-up for step 3 of my plan. So step 1 is show that the diagonals bisect each other, which involves doing two midpoints. So here we go. I'm going to do the midpoint of my diagonal TA. Notice I use subscripts. That helps keep everything straight. Please use the subscripts. So the diagonal TA is going to be -2. The midpoint is going to be -2 plus 2 over 2, and then 3 minus 1 over 2. That gives me a midpoint of 0, 1. And then my other diagonal is EM, and that's going to be -5 plus 5 over 2 and -4 plus 6 over 2, and that is going to give us 0, 1. Okay, there's the work for the first phase of my plan, but now I need to do the write-up, and I apologize that this is coming with me here. This rhombus is apparently going to come along for the ride. Here's the write-up. This is how you do a write-up. You say diagonals TA and EM have the same midpoint, therefore they bisect each other, comma, proving team is a parallelogram. So you state what objects you're working with. You basically state what you did. They have the same midpoint. What does that mean? That means they bisect each other. And what does that prove? That proves it's a parallelogram. Okay, step 2 in my plan, if you look at what we wrote down, step 2 in my plan is to prove that the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. That's going to prove rhombus. Perpendicular means two slopes. So I'm going to do the slope of TA. So that's going to be -1 minus 3 over 2 plus 2. And so that's -4 over 4, which is -1. Now the slope of EM, which is my other diagonal, is going to be 6 plus 4 over 5 plus 5, which is 10 over 10, which is +1. -1 and +1 are negative reciprocals to each other. So I did what I got what I expected. I got perpendicular slopes. So now my write-up, diagonals TA and EM have opposite reciprocal slopes. Therefore, they're perpendicular, which proves team is a rhombus. Okay, one more step left to go. So I've proven it's a rhombus. Now I need to prove it's not a square. Okay, so here we go. We'll do square now. In order to do square, I'm going to show that the diagonals are not congruent to each other. So that means I need to do two distances. So I'm going to do the length of TA, and I'm going to use my distance formula. So this is going to be -2 minus 2 squared plus 3 plus 1 squared. So TA is going to be 16 plus 16 is 32. Now you don't need to bother changing these into decimals because all I care about is that they're either the same or not the same. That's all I care about. So let me do EM now. EM is going to be the square root of -5 minus 5 squared plus negative 4 minus 6 squared. So that's going to be, EM is going to be 100 plus 100. This is going to be the square root of 200. Okay, so I showed that they're not the same length. If this was a square, then it would have the property of a rectangle that the diagonals are congruent. So since the diagonals aren't congruent, that proves it's not a square. So diagonals TA and EM are not congruent, proving team is not a square. So that's it. So I know this was a lot of work, but the square is the most amount of work that I can give you. So if you see rectangle, if it's just rectangle, just rhombus, or just parallelogram, then those are much less work. But square requires the most amount of work. So I chose that so that you could see the whole thing. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure your work is very clear so that I can read it. Use names and subscripts. And then the sentences are important. Make sure all the information is there. I'm going to be very picky about your sentences. Now you can go practice.